Mm. Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Superior Shelby. I'm so happy to have joined you all tonight. All right. Tonight, we are going to talk about some really great grant opportunities. So I want you to stick to the end of the video. And also, we're going to discuss some real talk here. All right. You and we're going to discuss a couple of sacrifices and the reasons for why you need to sacrifice for the greater good of your company. I just recently dropped a YouTube short and it's just like doing really great. Talking about how I left the US and I made my great sacrifice for the greater good of my company. So we'll talk about that towards the end briefly, but let's get down to these grants. Now, for all of you who are joining me, and this is your first time meeting me, hi, I'm Superior Shelby. I'm a small business development coach, and I am a 71% successful grant writer. Grants are, opportunities, rewards that you can get for your startup or small business. So you don't have to worry about personal credit checks, personal information being compromised, like your date of birth and social security number. It's all about your business, right? And as long as you have a business plan, you should be able to get some of these free money opportunities. All right. So let's get right into it. Sorry, y'all. All right. I got like some sinuses thing going on. If you guys don't notice, everybody named Mama right now seem like they a little under the weather, right? But personally, I definitely feel good. So sorry if you hear me sounding a little stuffy. All right, so I always drop these free grant lists on medium.com. Medium.com is a blog site where you can get a lot of information from not just my grant list, but also like some business strategies too. So I recently dropped a new grant list for February 2024, and I want us to go over it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and let's get into it. The first grant we're going to go over is called the Spoonflower Opportunity. All right. And this is the title of it. If you guys actually want this, want more information and I'm sorry, if you guys want to follow along with this, then this is the name of it, Small Business Grants for February 2024. It's inside of my medium.com. It's member only story. So you have to just follow me. Okay. All right. So Spoonflower. Spoonflower is actually giving out $1,000. All right. And this is a small like grant. I call them micro grants, anything less than 2,500. So let's read on about the details, right? So the Spoonflower Small Business Grant supports handmade business owners worldwide at all stages of development. So you can be startup or you can be seasoned. And then it says whether you want to prepare for your next craft fair, experiment with a new product, or just get your business off the ground, we encourage you to apply. Now, anyone who has a creative small business is eligible to apply. Grants funds up to $1,000. Spoonflower credit will be awarded to each winner. That's lit. Now it says the online application form will ask for documentation of the product, different product examples in a resume. And then it says the applicant must also answer narrative questions regarding their business and the project proposed. So they have a full blog post. All right. So I did link that there for you guys so you can get more application tips. The application just recently went live yesterday. All right. We have by March 1st to apply for this one, and you won't know if you were selected until April 1st. Now, that is the logistics of the majority of the grants. If this is your first time learning about grants and knowing about grants, as far as the logistics, right? How grants work. You will put in a grant application online. The first part of the application will ask you some general information, business name, email address, phone number, and then the bottom half or the last half is narrative questions. So narrative questions would be like, tell us a time when you went through a financial hardship in your business and you overcame it. What are the challenges that your company is facing as of right now? What would you do with this grant opportunity? Once you have completed the grant application, you have to give the grantors at least 30 business days after the grant deadline date. All right. So as you notice, the deadline date is March 1st. We're literally giving them a full 30 days, all the way up until April 1st, to let us know via email if we were selected for this opportunity. And that's for most grant opportunities. Okay. All right, so let's go to the next one. It's called the CTIA Wireless Innovation Grant. I'm actually going to put a picture here because this looks a little naked. So the CTI Wireless Innovation Grant, really cool one. It says Catalyst is a competitive grants program for ambitious social entrepreneurs who have developed mobile-first solutions that enhance our lives and address pressing concerns and challenges. So up to 6 applicants will receive financial and non-financial benefits with the Catalyst Award over $200,000 in unregistered grants. So this is how the prizes work. The first place gets 100K, second place gets 50K, third place gets 25,000, and the 3 honorable mentions will receive $10,000 each. So 6 small businesses get the opportunity to apply for this one. Now let's talk about who's eligible to enter, because it's $200,000. You could potentially get $100,000. All right. Says in order to be considered, you must meet the following eligibility requirements. Applicants must be registered and operated in the United States and or U.S. territory. So if you are in Puerto Rico, you can apply for this one. All right. Hawaii, you can apply. Applicants must assume one of the following legal statuses: nonprofit, for-profit, and you must demonstrate commitment to social good, or you can be a B corporation. All right. For-profit organization with a demonstrated commitment to social good. All right. Applicants must complete and submit the application form by the submission deadline dates. And the foundation will not consider late or incomplete submissions, obviously. It says applicants can't be past or current CTIA members at any point in the application and awards process. Okay, so you cannot be a member with them. This is for non-members. Applicants cannot be past Catalyst winners. Past Catalyst honorable mention recipients may apply. Individuals are not eligible to reply. So individuals are not eligible to apply, which means this is not a personal grant. You cannot be a sole proprietor applying for this one. You gotta be a nonprofit, for-profit. So you could be an LLC, S Corp, C Corp, or it says B Corporation. And you must demonstrate commitment to social good. All right. I provide the links there for you. You have by February 22nd, Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. They're actually offering a informational webinar. And I believe it says phase 1 applications are open until March 5th, 2024. So actually, I'm sorry about that. Let me backtrack. The webinar is on February 22nd, all right, at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to know more about this opportunity, what social good, what do they mean by the term social good, and really dive deeper into understanding who they are looking for and if you are the best candidate for this one, then February 22nd, make sure you register for it's going to be through Microsoft Teams at 3 p.m. Eastern time. You don't want to miss it. At least register. Hopefully they will send you some type of Zoom recording, so that way you could take it, watch it and learn more about it. I did provide the webinar sign-up link, all right, and then obviously the link to submit your application. Actually, this is information more about, this is information about like how to apply and who they're looking for. All right, so yeah. Okay, and remember your deadline date is March 5th, 2024, okay? All right, so the next one I want to go over is called the Start, Pivot, Grow. Hey, everybody. All right, so the Start, Pivot, Grow, it says Jumpstart 2024 with a $2,500 small business grant from Start, Pivot, Grow. It's an accelerator program, and they want to lighten the load on you. It says, we want to help your business in 2024, whether it helps you pay for new software, equipment, marketing, and operating expenses, or bookkeeping. Our $2,500 grant is your opportunity to turn your goals into action. All right, this is a really great grant for those startup companies. This is a really great grant if you are in need of some money to start putting in need of some working capital to put some money behind like marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever it is. If you need more equipment, $2,500 is a good start to go towards some equipment, depending on how much you are required, all right, in order to operate. Now, It says, let's go over the terms. It says, applying for the grant, you agree to be bound by these terms and conditions. Now, let me tell y'all something. Um, and before I read that, it says, as an added bonus, the winner will receive a copy of the digital business growth plan. One small business owner will win and will be announced during the National Business Week. Must be actively in business for 2 years or more. All right. And I believe that's just for the added bonus. All right. In order for you to get that, you know what I mean? Because this on their website, they also say, I don't yeah, on their website, it's like, yeah, this is for startups, but then they also give you this added bonus if you've been in business for 2 years. It's kind of cool. Now, I did the due diligence, and this is something that most of you guys need to be doing when you are searching and applying for grants. Looking at that small blue hyperlink that says terms and conditions, because that lets you know whether or not you are a perfect or the eligible candidate to apply for this opportunity. Most of you all who are applying for grants yourself, you're just applying for grants just because you are a Black business owner. No, you have to apply for this grants that really serve in your favor, okay? Just because you are BIPOC, all right, or a minority business owner or a veteran business owner or a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, just because you are part of all of these different ethnic groups and communities does not mean that you are the perfect candidate for these grant opportunities. You need to dive deeper, all right? And if you don't have the time to dive deeper, this is when you hire me, okay? This is when you hire me, okay? Because you guys, like, you can't just be applying for stuff and then you get pissed off because you're like, I applied for all these grants. Like, really? You only apply for like 30. That's it. Like, compared to someone who has applied for 100 or they are applying for a grant every day. Grants are like raffles, all right? They're like competitions. And the more you apply, the merrier. So you don't want to just apply for one and and just like let it go and think that's going to be feasible for the rest of the year. Think about your competition. They're applying for at least 1 to 3 grants a day. And we'll get to that in the next in another video about how you can set yourself up for success. All right, so the terms. Now, by applying for the grant, you agree to these terms, and it says Start Pivot Grow, a division of Integrity LLC, will collect entries until March 31st. So March 31st is the deadline date. And they'll choose a winner by April 3rd, April 1st. All right. So literally, be quick with it. The winner will be given a check or have a option for ACH deposit for $2,500 with the submission of a signed W-9. All right, it's important for you to know. No purchase necessary. Winners will not be required to pay to apply for the grant. Entrants must own an active small business and fill out the form before 11:59 p.m. on March 31st. Only one entry per person per business will be accepted. The grant will be awarded to one winner who has completed the submitted form. All right. Deadline date, March 31st. You guys go ahead and have at it. That's $2,500. All right. So the next one I want to talk about is very dear to my heart because I absolutely love Hello Skip. Hello Skip is like a website as well as an app that you all should definitely download, and you have the ability to learn so much. They have so many business resource tools. Matter of fact, I've actually done collaborations with Ryder, who is the founder or co-founder of Hello Skip. And they are really into like helping people develop for real financial education, financial literacy. They're helping people there, and they're also helping people in small business areas too. So if you guys are in need of like some funding, especially when we're talking about loans, lines of credit, and credit cards, download the Hello Skip app so you can utilize those tools and resources to help you develop your company and make sure you are in the perfect space to take on those type of funding opportunities. Now, Hello Skip, what they do is they actually have a YouTube channel, so you guys can subscribe to them and tell them Superior Shelby sent you. Hey, Ryder. All right, so Hello Skip, what they do is they actually share some of their revenue, right? They share their YouTube revenue with their subscribers as well as the people who sign up for or their users. This is a nonprofit organization, okay? So whatever they receive in sponsorships and stuff, they are always giving out grants. They're actually giving out 2 grants right now. They still have the $10,000 grant opportunity that closed in January, but I'm going to drop a link. Okay. So y'all can still apply. Because you watch my YouTube video, because you are subscribed to me, because you are my financial business cousin, all right, I'm going to go ahead and send you guys a direct link so you can apply for this opportunity. I recently received some information from Hello Skip, and they said, you know, for your people, they can still apply. So you guys can still apply for the other $10,000 grant that is for all startups and small businesses, no matter what industry you are in. This one is the AI Innovation Grant. So this is a $10,000 grant for individuals who are looking to put some AI, integrate AI into their business. So if you are a online based business, or brick and mortar, but it's primarily online based business, right? And you have a website and you want to add like AI, artificial intelligence chatbots, or you might want to incorporate artificial intelligence into how you communicate with your clients through your CRM system. Anything amongst that, all right, you get $10,000 to go towards that. With me creating my GPT tool, I must say, it has cost me. All right. It has cost me. And I wish I had this $10,000 opportunity when I started. But that doesn't mean I didn't apply. I sure did apply for this opportunity. And I encourage you to apply too. $10,000. Okay. Especially for those businesses that who are like, you guys are developing apps and stuff. All right, so apply by March 15th. That's what they said. It's really easy to apply to. Just visit the link. And then make sure you have created your own account with them, and then you'll be able to apply. Okay. All right, so the next one, and I'll do a whole video walkthrough of how like Skip works or whatever, because I was like, they've upgraded some stuff and I'm like so in love. Okay. So moving on, City Trends. So I remember City Trends growing up or whatever. City Trends, Rainbow, DDs, you know, Dots. Okay. So City Trends is giving out some funding to a grant to small Black business owners and history makers. It says you have to apply by February 28th. And just to read on a little bit, it says in celebration of Black History Month, City Trends is acknowledging Black entrepreneurs that are making history in their community today. Our goal is to help advance the future, the business of Black entrepreneurs. Using our application below, we are encouraging you to apply for the $5,000 grant. All right, so the grant recipients will be selected after the end of the grant application period, which is on or about May 9th, 2024. I have to say that slow because I don't want you guys applying for this opportunity. And then you're like, oh, well, the deadline date was February 12th. I mean, February 28th, right? But like they said, they won't select anybody for this opportunity until May. Now you have grants that's like that, all right? Like I said, you have to give them at least 30 business days or so, but they are telling you exactly when they plan to pick somebody. So keep that in mind. When you're applying, go ahead and paste the link or start your spreadsheet, put the name of the grant, how much the grant is worth, and when they should be choosing. All right. So that way you can keep checking your email. Now, they have I went into their terms and condition and kind of like dissected how they choose recipients. So I want to go into this. It says selection of grant recipients will be selected from the first 10,000 qualifying submissions received and be judged on the following percentage and based on the most aspirational businesses and its services and or products. How such businesses are making history today and how the applicants plan to use the grant funds to create tangible results in the interest of helping to further their business and continue making history. I have a few clients that are in the youth development space where you guys have like after school care, you guys have like youth education. I have some clients that are in the medical field that are teaching individuals how to develop their medical acumen, let's say. So like CNAs want to become an RN, you might be teaching the CNA how to, or what is it, like tutoring with them so they can pass their NCLEX, which is the RN exam. I have some clients that are life coaches. You know what I mean? I have some clients that are um that have service people in medical wigs, right? Where individuals who have loss of hair. This will be really great for you all right? So keeping with the theme is judged at 40%. So keeping with the theme is pretty much what they mean by that is they are looking for the most aspirational. So the theme would be like an inspiration, history or like innovative, and also like your passion. So whatever all you say within that. So for example, I started getting into medical wigs because I experienced loss of hair due to me being diagnosed with alopecia. And I am helping other individuals today build their confidence. And continuing on. Like, once you say something along those lines, keep that going throughout the application, being consistent. 40%. Level of business creativity, uniqueness, customer awareness, and social presence judged at 30%. Social presence. I keep telling y'all need a Facebook and a LinkedIn. I keep saying it. Business impact. Viability and potential growth judged at 30% from all eligible applicants received during the grant application period. All right. So in the event of a tie, they will break a tie. All right. And you will just with the higher performance during the interview phase, there is an interview for this one. Okay. So if there was a tie, you'll just have to do an interview and you both will pitch. There will be 10 selected grant recipients. All right. The first 10,000 qualifying submissions received, which shall each receive a $5,000 grant. All right. So the 10 people will get $5,000 each. And it's payable to the recipient's business entity as listed and on the signed W-9 with the application. All right. There is a W-9 you have to sign. What I like the most about this grant, what I love the most, shout out to City Trend. It says, if the grant is a taxable income to a grant recipient, the grant recipient will receive an additional $1,000 in grant funds. The additional grant funds, it will be a contribution towards the selected grant recipient's tax liability. So when you report it, they're going to give you an extra $1,000 for reporting it so you won't lose that. That's lit. I have such a dry cough. That's so crazy. All right, so I love this. That is a really cool business grant for all Black business owners, $5,000. You want to be the first to apply because there are only like the first 10,000 applications. That's it. After the 10,000 applications, I don't know, cousin. I don't know. You might not be able to get in there. Okay. All right. So those were all of the grants I wanted to go over with you all. So I hope you have added and go ahead and apply. It's on medium.com. I did drop the link in the chat. All right. And it's also in the description. Okay. It's in the description. Okay. So really quick, I wanted to talk a little bit about sacrifices because I just wanted to end this on a really positive and motivational note. So you all, there's so many amazing business owners out here that have stated how they had to make certain sacrifices in order for them to develop their company. And I want you to know that sacrifices mean just that. Just that. Like, it does not mean, oh, I could like procrastination. No. Your vices and bad habits. No, no, not at all. When you are chasing something that is innovative, when you have that feeling of life is greater than just this neighborhood. Life is greater than just what I've been going through. When you start feeling like that, You have to start listening. Okay. You have to start listening to your feelings. You got to start listening to your mindset and your heart. You got to start developing that too. I'm sorry, I just coughed on all in your face. I I take me for example, right? I had to leave my family, my entire family, and move here to Panama in order for me to be able to carry my business. My business is not a cookie cutter business, you guys, and being able to do this every day and to help you all and continue to develop my education, make these connections, and get as much and organize all of this good information for you all so I can give it to you for free. It's not easy. Do I miss my family? Of course I do. But these are the sacrifices I'm willing to make in order to help you all and also in order to develop my company. Another good example, all right, and it may sound a little cliche, is Damon John. Damon John is like a billionaire, all right? That Shark Tank's like king. And David John actually started out in his mom's house. You know what I mean? Sacrificing their entire living situation, their comfortability. You know what I mean? The embarrassment of him actually being a grown man at his mama crib, going back to his mom crib in order for him to. You can only imagine how that felt for him. But he made those sacrifices for the greater good. Now he's a billionaire. Sold FUBU and everything, made that sacrifice as well because he developed a company from his mom's home, and that was his baby. That's what made him a millionaire. And then just to sell it, sacrificed and sold it so he can become an even richer millionaire. He went from millions to billions with a beat. That's a sacrifice. That sacrifice that he made obviously was for the greater good of of his business. So whatever that is for you, I encourage you to really sit down because sometimes it's not a thing where it's like, oh, I don't have finances or I'm not financially stable at this moment. Nah, like sometimes it's a thing where you just got to sit back, look at your finances and be real with yourself and say, all right, look, I spend a little bit too much money here. I do a little bit too much there. I keep hanging around these people and they ain't doing me no good. They not getting me nowhere. And you got to really be honest with yourself and say, am I willing to stop hanging around these people? Am I willing to stop with my stop with my vices and bad habits? So that could be whatever that is. Am I willing to get beside myself so I can develop this company that I say I want to develop? You also got to ask yourself, seriously, am I in it just for the money or am I in it for the passion? Because if you in it for just for the money, it's only going to go so far. It's only going to go so far. And if you're in it for the passion, that's great. That's also only going to go so far too. Believe it or not, in business, you got to be willing to sacrifice. And especially if you are black and brown like myself, you're a BIPOC, black, indigenous person of color in business, you have to understand that once we develop our companies, you got to be open. Okay. You got to be open to making a few sacrifices and changes on the way. And when you develop your company and you reach those goals, you got to be open to whatever other opportunities might come to you. Rather that's sharing equity, selling the company completely so you can start on a whole nother project and build another one. That's what business is all about. Not everyone has the long-term success of, oh, I've been with this company, right? Or I've been with this company I've developed this company back in the 60s, 50s, or whatever case may be. Now we are in 2024 and I still own that company. No. Amazon, like Bezos don't even like run his own company, right? So you got to be willing to make some sacrifices. Okay, another example, and I was doing some research myself. And I was like, I wonder like who else had to make some sacrifices. And I'm gonna be really quick, you guys. Another example is Robert Smith. Robert Smith is actually uh a black billionaire. He is the black billionaire. And just to give you a little backstory about him, he is the founder, chairman, and CEO of Vista Equity Partners, which is a private equity firm. All right. They focus on software, data, and technology. And one of his biggest sacrifices, honestly, you guys, was that he made the decision to focus exclusively on technology, particularly software, when at the time that was not a common thing at all. And by him investing in that and by him having a narrow focus on that with his research, the dedication, um, all of that came with a risk of him actually potentially losing all of the other opportunities that all of the other firms and stuff was into. By him making that risk, that by him taking that sacrifice, it paid off tremendously. Okay, because it allowed him to actually develop over $50 billion in assets after that. All right. So he had an understanding of like what software would be, how technology would be. And by him just saying, you know what, I could follow everybody else, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just like zone in on this. Something's telling me I need to shift this way. Something's telling me that I need to do something else. Something's telling me that no, I don't belong in that same like pathway as everybody else. That's why it's your vision and it's your goal and it's your dream. All right. You guys have to be willing to make sacrifices. And when it comes down to that, if you don't know what that means for you or you need clarity on like what that is, then you just need to have a coach. Like you need to have a coach or a coaching session, someone who can actually dive deep into what your challenges are. And then, we could develop like an execution plan. You really do need that, and I encourage you to actually do that. Now, I offer 45-minute stress strategy sessions. You're more than welcome to have a strategy session with me. And for 45 minutes, you and I will deep dive into anything business related, including financially related as well. Your financial success or your financial health really lets me know, just like it lets the banks know, just like it lets the lenders know when you're trying to get a credit card, loan, line of credit, or you trying to increase your credit score. Your financial health lets me know how you prioritize things in your life. I'm not a life coach. I can direct you to one, and I have one myself. I'm not a life coach. I'm a business development coach. And what comes with business development comes with developing your business acumen. Okay? You got to know this stuff in order to be successful. But you got to be willing to sacrifice some time. You got to be willing to sacrifice a lot in order for you to get to where you want to be. Okay? Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Um, let me see. How can you contact me for a consultation? Okay, no problem. In the description, there is actually in the description there is a like a consultation link for you. Yes. But yeah, that's like pretty much all I want to just talk about briefly with you guys. Like, the importance of sacrificing for your business, okay? Because you could say you tired, you could say you want to move forward and things like that, but like if you ain't willing to put some things aside to for the greater good and to make things better for yourself, then honestly, like you're going to be stuck in that same cycle. You're going to be in that same environment. I learned that. I left. Even with me being a successful entrepreneur, sometimes you still have to, um, you know, continue on making sacrifices for the greater good. Okay. So, not going to hold y'all too long because it's Friday and I know you guys want to enjoy yourself. So I will see you guys next time. Okay. Next week for sure. Obviously, every day I'm always dropping some new content. So make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video so other small business owners can have the opportunity to apply for all of the grants we went over today. And make sure you turn on push notifications, okay? Every Friday, I'm going to be doing these lives at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the entire Black History Month, okay? For the entire month of February. And it's leap year. So we have February 29th. We have 29 days. All right, in February. Okay, so happy to see you all. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this. And thank you so much for joining me tonight. Okay. I love you guys. Peace and blessings.